Good afternoon and welcome to the 17th annual Hope for Kids golf outing here at the Glen Club, benefiting the Salvation Army. We are hoping to raise $250,000 today, and we have 120 golfers, even more than that, on the course right now, teeing up for a good cause here. All of the money raised will benefit the Salvation Army's youth programs throughout greater Chicagoland. Those are programs like camps, after-school programming, and music education at our 28 core community centers throughout the division. And I am joined right now by Captains Javier and Heather Montenegro. Thanks for talking to us. Can you speak to the impact that the money raised today is going to have specifically on our youth here in the area?
Absolutely. So every year the Salvation Army services youth throughout the Chicagoland area through our programs like you've mentioned, our music programs, after school programs, day camp, and summer camp. I get to do summer camp every year with all the kids as a part of my job as the Metro Youth worker. And so we go out to camp. We like to say we're changing lives one camp at a time as we take kids from inner city Chicago and the suburbs who aren't used to wide open spaces, grass, and fresh air. We take them up to our camp just outside of Illinois into the Wisconsin border, and we take them out there for several days, and they get to do things like swimming and archery and high ropes course, things that they don't really get to do down in the city. We get to take them out and have fun with them out at our Wonderland Camp and Conference Center in Wisconsin. We also get to do music programs throughout the Chicagoland area. Our kids are exposed. We know that music changes brain waves, and it enhances children's learning. And so music is a rich part of the Salvation Army history, something we're very proud of that we do with our Let the Music Begin programs. And so we do beginner band, intermediate band, singing. We have rhythm instruments and drums, all kinds of fun things that we do with youth throughout the Chicago area.
And there's a great variety too, right? It's not just piano or guitar. There's a lot of instruments that they can learn too.
Oh yeah, ukulele. What else do we have?
There's guitar and piano. I mean, because kids like so many different kinds of things, and to be able to meet them what they're more interested is what we do.
Yeah, and free and low cost, correct? They're not going to have to pay a lot of money.
Absolutely. We know that it's hard for children to be in music programs. Oftentimes it's very expensive to rent instruments. So a lot of our Salvation Armies, once you're involved in a music program at your local Salvation Army, they'll allow you to use the instruments for free. And a lot of our kids take them to the schools with them. So they're taking their instruments to school, participating in school band as well as the Salvation Army band, which is amazing. And that's what this week is, this fundraiser is all about, is to support those kids, to raise money for them to be able to do programs and to participate in things that maybe their family couldn't traditionally pay for them to do. So we're asking individuals to go onto our website to sponsor children. You can donate to the event as a whole. You can sponsor a child. $120 sponsors one child for a camping experience at our Wonderland Conference Center, which is amazing. So yeah, we have a lot of silent auction products that they can go on and bid for. There's some really cool things on the table, sports things. I saw football. I don't know. I'm not a sports person. I have no idea who signed it. But
Just know that it's good.
It's a good, it's
quality
a good
sports
signature.
memorabilia.
Yeah, so lots of cool things.
Yeah, so if you haven't had the opportunity to come out here, there's still a chance to participate online and virtually. We've had a great morning so far, but you can still take part to support kids and to support all the great work we do in the Metro Chicago area.
Absolutely. I've got one more thing I want to ask you about. Jump Camp this summer was a really cool new offering. And I mean, we know last summer a lot of the camps got canceled due to COVID. A lot of kids were in remote learning. Parents were taxed. They had a lot going on. Can you talk about Jump Camp? And it sounds like something that may continue in the future.
Absolutely. Our Jump program was new this summer, as you mentioned. We had to rethink how we do day camp. We had to rethink how we provide a safe place for kids to learn and to grow. And so we offered at 3 of our Salvation Armies throughout the Chicagoland area our JUMP program. JUMP stands for Jesus-Centered Curriculum, Understanding Our World Through Exploration, Music, and Physical Activity. And our children, we had lots of children come out throughout our program for the summer to do STEM activities, to participate in physical activity, music programs. The music department came out and did graffiti art, ballet. We had lots of kids, lots of boys do ballet for the first time ever, and they just thought learning how to explore the world through music and using their bodies. And it was a really neat experience for a lot of our kids. It was very low income. A lot of our children received scholarships through amazing donors to come for free, and it offered a safe place for kids to come during a crazy COVID world. It offered a respite for parents who have had their children with them way beyond times that parents should have their kids, right? So they were able to offer a respite to parents and a place for kids to go and to learn about Jesus, to explore their world around them, and it was a really great program. And so all of the donations for the event for today go to support programs like that are helping families in a holistic way, the parents, the children, and the family as a unit within their communities. And it's so important, especially in our world today, with COVID and the violence that's happening throughout our city. I'm sure we've all seen in the news over the weekend, over 8 children experienced violence. And that is what we want to change. We want to be a part of changing our communities to offer a place for children to learn and to grow, to be safe, to make good choices, and to see that there is more to life for them. And so that's why our programs and donors are so important to the work that the Salvation Army does.
And we know that after school programs are starting back up at a lot of corps. You guys have been at various corps yourself. Now you're helping to oversee all the 28. I mean, how crucial are those programs in having that place, as you mentioned, to go after school for kids?
Yeah, I think it's so important for kids nowadays. I mean, it's been so stressful the last year and a half, and I know many of us were thinking it'd be over so much sooner. And the stress and the anguish sometimes kids go through, they just need a place to go, like a positive place, as Heather was talking about. So to be able to have an after-school program where they can hang out with friends, get a good meal, and enjoy some time thinking and finishing homework is what kids need right now, and that's what we try to provide as best as we can.
Okay, you guys did a good plug for that auction. We've got a lot of great items. I've got a list here. I'm going to take a look. All right, some of the items that we have: staycation on the Meg Mile, a couple of Lake Geneva getaways, 30-minute meet and greet with NBC 5 TV personalities. That's cool. You can go into the studio. Tickets to see the Chicago Cubs and Chicago Fire. A photography session for your pets, all the pet lovers. Don't tell my husband. He would definitely bid on that. Office party for 50, catered by Lawrence Fish and Trip. There's some really great prizes, not to mention a trip to Cabo San Lucas.
What?
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. So it sounds like, I mean, these auction items could be another way for people watching who can't be here. If the rain, happens to come and we've got to stop things a little bit early, another way for people to help us out.
Yes,
right.
Absolutely. Go on our website, bid for that trip. You can lay on the beach knowing you're changing a life by doing so.
That's right.
I mean, that's a win-win.
That's absolutely right. So do it. You're changing lives, helping many kids, and then enjoying yourself at the same time.
Yeah.
Sounds great. So go to salarmychicago.org/golf. Scroll all the way down. You can check out all of those items online. Thanks for joining us.